Welcome back to Open BXRx. With a mission to elevate the next generation of storytellers, Bronx Film Initiative has introduced Stuck to the Script, a youth screenwriting challenge, #ForTheCulture. Here to tell us more about this challenge is Christina G. Richardson, the founder of Bronx Film Initiative. Thank you so much for joining us today, Christina.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you.
Of course. To start off, I just want to learn more about the Bronx Film Initiative for those who are not familiar.
Okay, so I started the Bronx Film Initiative in 2017. I got really active with it last year. And the reason why I started Bronx Film Initiative is because I understand the power of filmmaking, not only in the power of like sharing your story, but how powerful the process can be. For me, I actually lost my mom in 2018. And I've always been a filmmaker. I've always been a creative and a director, but filmmaking saved me in a lot of ways. Just the process of filmmaking and being able to take myself out of my reality, even if it was just for a short while, to create something that I had complete control over. And I think that's really like the psychology behind it. But ever since, I've just been full steam ahead with making sure that I give this opportunity to other students, other young people that grow up in neighborhoods where they may not have outlets and they go through things and they may not have any way to express that or to just have any relief from whatever it is that they're going through. So for me, this program is more than filmmaking. It's more of like a holistic approach where we provide mentoring opportunities and we just funnel resources so that we give students the opportunity to be able to create and tell their story.
Wow, thank you for sharing, Christina. I'm sorry for the loss of your mom in 2018, and thank you for using that pain almost and that emotion to create something beautiful like this for other students who need it in our borough. So thank you.
Yeah.
I wanted to discuss the importance of supporting and developing minority filmmakers, especially in the Bronx, and especially during times of civil unrest and the disproportionate impact of COVID-19 in our borough.
Yes. Okay. So, I mean, here in the Bronx, we got hit hard with all the effects of COVID-19. And even for me, I was like, how am I going to do my program if I can't get to my students? Like, what am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? Like, how do I reach them? How do I keep them engaged? So that was my number one concern, just trying to find a way to keep up with the changing times, because it's still just as important, even now, even just more important because of what we're dealing with. So it's just, it's important that we just stay active and we stay, changing with the times. The only thing that's constant is change. So I have a program where we meet. Now we find other ways to meet. Now we find other things to do. And that kind of led me to starting the Stuck to the Script screenwriting challenge.
Right, we're going to talk about that next. So I want to learn more about the youth screenwriting challenge Stuck to the Script.
Yes.
I like to say #ForTheCulture because that's on there as well. What is the challenge? Who can sign up and how does it work?
Okay, so again, in an effort to just keep students engaged and keep them active and giving them a platform to share their voice, I came up with the Stuck to the Script screenwriting challenge as a way to just, have them tell their story in a constructive and creative way. So this challenge is for students 21 and under, and they are going to receive the task of writing a 5 to 8 page screenplay. Now, we've partnered with Celtics.com, which is a screenwriting pre-production software program that a lot of filmmakers are, I'm sure, familiar with. And we've partnered with them, and they're going to be providing free access to the full suite to all the students. They're also going to be giving a virtual orientation on the process of screenwriting with their platform. And that's going to kick off our challenge. So all the students that sign up, they're going to be going and participating in that virtual orientation, and then we'll go on and kick off the challenge. Now, a part of the challenge is they're going to be assigned a theme, and they're going to have a prop that they have to use in their script, and they're going to have a necessary line of dialogue that has to be in the script. They are allowed to choose their own genre, so they can write anything they want. And we pretty much made sure we infused some of the themes of the current times, just, good versus evil and love and hate and discrimination. And these are themes that we want to drive their story so that they can reach into that place, maybe that uncomfortable place, and like just tell their stories. It can be made up, it can be something that happened. And we're going to really guide them and support them through the process of putting that story onto a script form. And then we're going to make one or two of them into a short film.
Wow, that sounds so dope. So for the youth listening in, please sign up for this challenge.
Yes.
It's just for you. It's not for us old heads. It sounds amazing and I can't join. So, but we have BX Film 48 and they were on the show before. So at least we have, the older heads have that. And I know you are your partners as well.
Yes,
so
BX48, I love them. They're my partners. I'm actually a judge for the 48-hour film challenge. So I will be looking forward to that. And they are also a part of this challenge with helping facilitate and just get more youth involved. And they're awesome too. So yes, BX48 is definitely, they're friends of mine.
Yes, I love it. Me too. So I wanted to ask also, Christina, right before COVID-19, BFI developed a relationship with the New York City Department of Education. Congratulations on that. Was the program paused due to school closures? And what does BFI hope filmmaking will bring to Bronx youth and schools post-COVID once you're able to get the program running?
Yes, I was very excited to receive that news that we were official vendors of the Board of Education. And we were slated to be in 11 schools in the Bronx. And yes, it was put on hold, which is okay because, we find a way. And going forward, we're just trying to find a new way to integrate the program virtually. So I've worked with Good Shepherd Services and other programs just to kind of figure out, how they're going to be working so I can figure out how to work in conjunction with them. As of right now, I'm going to be starting to work with YABC students from Good Shepherd Services, and they'll be interning for BFI throughout the summer. So we'll be doing different activities, different filmmaking exercises, and just everything film related. And it's going to be a program that's tailor-made for this new virtual world that we're in.
Oh my God, everything you're saying is like exciting. Like for the youth, I wish I had all this stuff growing up. Like, my gosh.
So I really hope to reach more students. I want to get, and a part of this challenge is just trying to engage more students, understanding what it is that they want. How do you guys want to create? What platforms are you interested in? And just making sure that I provide that. I'm just a conduit, and I want to funnel resources, and I want to take resources from other places and make sure that we get, we take advantage of them. I have a partnership working with Marcy Hume, who is the executive producer for A&E Network. And, during this during this whole, let me see, I'd call it a renaissance and, a revolution of just our culture and, us trying to find ways to fix and right the wrongs that have been done. You understand? So A&E is very interested in making sure that they funnel some of their opportunities specifically to our culture, because they realize that, a lot of times students are walked in because of who they know, and they're walked in the door because, they just have different avenues. So we want to make sure that our students that may not have that traditional background are also taking advantage of those opportunities as well, as far as like internships and just being able to have that experience with major networks.
Right. And speaking of funneling resources, last year, Christina, you wrote a piece titled "What a Time to Be a Minority Filmmaker," and it covered the demands of diversity and inclusion within media, among other important things. Can you tell us more about the piece and how companies have grown more responsive with the need for change in their work cultures?
Yes. So that article was just me expressing excitement about what I was seeing, because I just understood that people want to hear our stories. People are yearning for untold stories, especially from our culture. We've been oppressed for so long. We've had other people taking responsibility for our stories and the telling of the stories. And for me, now that, we have social media and the world wants to know more, they want to see, authenticity. Now it's time for us to really supply the demand of our own stories. And the Bronx Film Initiative, we're providing a safe and supportive platform for students to do that, to just facilitate that possibility of just being able to say, here are some students, here are some young filmmakers. You might not know their names, you might not have seen their work, but they have a story to tell, and it's a good one.
Right. And before, my bad, did I interrupt you? I'm sorry, Christina.
No, it's just that, yeah, so companies are responsive. The veil has been lifted. People want to know, how can I help? How can we provide more opportunities? A lot of times they just, okay, yeah, there's a problem. How do we fix it? So it's up to us, leaders in our community, and people that are saying, okay, we have steps that you can take. Here's what you can do. You know, that is the charge of a lot of community leaders. You know, some people are frustrated with saying, you know, what to do, but there are people that really genuinely want to know, how can I help? What does that look like? What does changing the face of the industry actually look like? What is that process like? So I'm happy to be a part of that, and I'm happy to facilitate all this change and all this equality and fairness, and I'm excited about the future.
I love it. I am too, especially since you are spearheading this for the children and for the youth. Just before we go, can you send a message to Bronx youth about media and their value in telling their own stories?
Yes. Oh my God. So that's my favorite part. So guys, your story and your experience is your equity. That makes you valuable, because everyone has unique experiences. Everyone has been through certain things and experienced and been exposed to things, and it's for a reason. It makes you unique. So it's important that you guard that with your life, and you accept your story as yours, no matter what it is, and you use that to propel you into the future in some way, shape, or form. And the Bronx Film Initiative is here to just guide. Honestly, it's more than filmmaking. It's more than just making it to Hollywood. It's about being a conduit for change and making sure that we provide the roadmap, so, you know, young people can understand how they can actually make it there. What are the steps that we need to take? So don't give up. YouTube University is free 99. Whatever you love, research it. Whatever you are into, learn as much as you can, and take advantage of any learning opportunities that you possibly can, starting with the Bronx Film Initiative. And even if you just need guidance, even if you're not a filmmaker, even if you just like to create stuff, we're here to just mentor you and steer you in the right direction.
Wow, I'm over here snapping like, yes. So before we go, is the Bronx Film Initiative currently accepting applications for future programs, and how can youth get connected to you and learn more?
So we're definitely on all the social media sites, Facebook, Instagram. Right now, our focus is on the screenwriting challenge. So I encourage all youth to just sign up for that, which will be a segue into a lot of other opportunities. I just feel like you can go on and either reach out on Instagram, or you can go on the website and you can sign up. There's an application to just sign up, so you'll be notified about if anything comes up. Slide in the DMs. We're here. Any way that somebody wants to contact us for any type of information, you can reach out. info@bronxfilminitiative.org if you want to send an email. Yeah. So
Thank you for your time today, Christina. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Of course. Again, youth and folks, to find out more, please visit bronxfilminitiative.org and follow at Bronx Film Initiative on Instagram to stay up to date with the Stuck to the Script Youth Screenwriting Challenge and more. That's all for our show today. Thank you for tuning in to BXRX. I'm your host, Sonyi Lopez, wishing you and your family safety and wellness now and always. Until next time.